Some comedians came to the Union the other day, and I got the chance to sit down and talk to a few of them about their careers and how they got their start in comedy.
Really just me got me into comedy. That was the thing that really started. I was always that kid who would hear a joke from his grandpa, and as soon as he heard it, told all of his friends until he had it completely memorized. I started making it up on my own. I watched stand-up and comedy films my whole life. And really, once I realized that this could be a job, that was the second I realized I wanted to do it. And I started doing it when I was 19, and I never looked back.
I went to an open mic because those were free. This was in 2012, and I was like, I can do that. And then I have an unrealistic expectation of myself, which I always meet mentally. So I was like, yeah, I'm doing great after my first open mic. You know, I don't have a routine. I'm not superstitious because I'm way too inconsistent to follow up with it, and I'll just throw myself off my game.
But usually the introductions are a little bit better with boxing. Like, as you're a boxer doing comedy, it's like, coming to the stage. If you don't laugh at his jokes, he'll punch you in the face. He'll beat you up, take your wife, and raise your kids as his own. That's ridiculous. I have zero intentions of raising my own children.
Some guys in boxing, they have to take every shoe, they have to take the shoelaces out of their shoe and put it in a certain way, put this wrap on first, and then this wrap, and then this glove, and that glove, and I keep forgetting things, so I was just like, my superstition is gonna be like doing whatever I want. It's been working.
But I do a bunch of these veg fests, and I always do the same thing. Like, after I'm done, I get off stage, I'm like, I'll take a Red Bull and vodka. And yes, vodka's vegan. Vodka's nothing but ambitious potatoes.
My routine generally consists on my just reactions to anything I see. I like to keep it as topical as I can, but I also like to keep it universal. I like to tackle maybe things that people don't want to talk about or don't like talking about in a way that you can talk about them.
I'm gonna end an argument. Maybe you've had it already, maybe you haven't. I just like making this noise. Just the ladies tonight. Just the ladies. Who is smarter, ladies? Men or women? Who's smarter? We're not smart enough to argue with you. We're done. Not one man was like, men are pretty smart.
I asked Sean who some of his influences were in his writing and his delivery.
Man, biggest influences. I mean, you gotta go to Carlin right off the bat. George Carlin, for people who are watching this and haven't seen anything before 1992. George Carlin, Richard Pryor, those guys were really big. But if we're going like kind of current, I'm a big Dave Chappelle guy. And I love Bill Burr and Patton Oswalt. Those two are probably my biggest influence, just in the way that I like talking on stage and really what I want to talk about. Because I really truly believe that if we can laugh about things, if we can look at each other honestly and kind of laugh at the faults in ourselves, then it'll maybe make us less likely to point out somebody else's faults. I mean, that's the best way to really make somebody understand, is to get them to laugh. So it's pretty much what I do. I just like talking to people and just talk about anything I see, really.
If you're a ninja, then you probably love the spring and hate the fall because there's crunchy leaves. I like that joke because the people that get it totally get it. People that don't get it are like, he's dumb.
We talked about their future in comedy and some advice for newcomers.
Oh man, I still don't know if I can do a career in comedy. I mean, the first time that I felt confident that I was not just a guy doing it anymore, just getting up and doing an open mic, was probably about 3 years in. Comedy is one of the rare things where it truly takes a long time. And you never know if you're good at it until you realize you're good at it. Like, it's one of those where you have to fail. You have to fail and fall on your face. And it was probably the first set that I never truly fell on my face, that I was like, hey, I just did 20 minutes. I could actually do this on a regular basis. Whereas when you start out, you're like, 3 minutes, what are you 3 minutes, that's forever. Like, And then you do all your jokes and you still have 90 seconds left. So it's a big, long, it really takes about 3 to 5 years to even figure out who you are and not just a guy. That's the biggest part of stand-up, is you have to be a personality and you have to actually have something to say, and it takes that long for you to find it.
That Tuesday on an open mic, but I never dreamt that on a Wednesday I'd be in Warrensburg.
Reporting for Lowdown, I'm Tyler Moody.